In May 1948, Israel's Air Force began with unreliable Nazi-designed fighters built from Czech parts that proved deadlier to their own pilots than the enemy. From those desperate origins to the invisible F-35I Adir capable of 1,000-mile strikes, this is the complete history of every combat aircraft flown by the IAF. The Stealth Kings and 4th-gen Predators. Lockheed Martin F-35I Adir, the Mighty. This is the only F-35 on the planet a foreign nation was allowed to modify with its own command, control, and weapon systems, making the Israeli Adir a unique stealth beast unlike any other Lightning II. In 2018, Israel became the first country ever to use the F-35 in actual combat, striking targets across the region while remaining invisible to radar. It carries home-built electronic warfare gear and missiles no other operator is allowed to touch. Lockheed Martin F-16I Sufa, the Storm. This is the most heavily modified F-16 in existence, a 2-seat strike monster with conformal fuel tanks, giving it the range to hit targets across the entire Middle East. Packed with Israeli avionics, helmet-mounted sights, and a massive weapons load, it's a deep strike platform disguised as a dogfighter. Over 100 of these form the long-range fist of the Israeli Air Force. McDonnell Douglas F-15I Ram, the Thunder, a long-range strike eagle with conformal tanks and Israeli systems built to fly deep into enemy territory and deliver a knockout blow. General Dynamics F-16C/D Barak, the Lightning, the upgraded fighting falcon that became Israel's air combat workhorse, scoring kills and flying countless strike missions across decades. General Dynamics F-16A/B Nets, the Hawk, the original Israeli Falcon that flew the legendary 1981 Operation Opera, bombing Iraq's Osirak nuclear reactor in a raid that stunned the world. But if you think the Nets was legendary, the next Eagle has more air-to-air kills than any fighter of its type on Earth and never lost one in combat. Stay locked. McDonnell Douglas F-15A/B/C and D Boz, the Falcon. This air superiority eagle holds an air combat record no other aircraft in the world can match. Over 50 kills in Israeli hands with 0 losses in air-to-air combat. In 1983, a Boz pilot landed his jet with an entire wing torn off after a mid-air collision, a feat engineers swore was physically impossible. It is the undefeated king of the Israeli skies. But the real madness begins with the home-built fighters that won Israel's wars in the jet age. The Cold War Strike and the home-built warriors. The afterburners light up over the Sinai. IAI Kfir, the Lion Cub. This is Israel's first mass-produced indigenous fighter, born when France slapped an embargo on Israel and the nation retro-engineered the Mirage and bolted an American engine into it. It became a supersonic strike fighter so capable that even United States leased them to play the enemy in combat training. It proved Israel could build its own Warbirds when the world cut it off. IAI Nesher, the Eagle, the first Israeli-built Mirage clone secretly produced from smuggled blueprints after the French embargo. It flew hard in the 1973 Yom Kippur War. McDonnell Douglas F-4 Phantom II Kurnas, the Sledgehammer. This twin-engine American brute was the heavy fist of the Israeli Air Force through the brutal 1973 war, hauling enormous bomb loads deep into enemy territory. It dueled with surface-to-air missiles over the Suez Canal in some of the most intense air defense combat in history. Israel later rebuilt them with new engines and avionics to keep the Sledgehammer swinging for decades. Douglas A-4 Skyhawk Ayit, the Vulture, a compact American attack jet that became Israel's primary ground pounder, flying thousands of strike sorties in the 1973 war. Dassault Mirage 3C Shahak, the Sky, the French Delta Wing interceptor that dominated the skies in the 1967 Six-Day War, racking up dozens of kills against Arab air forces. Dassault Super Mystere B-2, the first Western European supersonic fighter in service. It flew interception and ground attack in the 1960s wars. But if these French jets were deadly, one aircraft was a smuggled Nazi-designed fighter that nearly killed its own pilots. Stay locked. Sud Aviation SO-4050 Vautour, a French twin-engine bomber and night fighter that gave Israel its first real deep strike and all-weather capability. Dassault Mystère 4, a swept-wing French fighter-bomber that flew ground attack missions in the 1956 Suez Crisis. Dassault Ouragan, Israel's first French jet, a straight-wing fighter-bomber that pounded targets in the 1956 and 1967 wars. Gloster Meteor, the first jet fighter Israel ever operated, a British twin-engine machine that scored the Air Force's earliest jet kills. But the real madness begins where the rotors spin and the tank killers swarm. The Gunships, rotary wing killers. Eurocopter AS-565 Panther Atalef, the Bat, a naval helicopter armed for anti-ship and maritime patrol, operating off Israel's missile boats. McDonnell Douglas AH-64A Apache Pay-10, the first Apache gunships in Israeli service, blooded hunting targets across Lebanon and Gaza with Hellfire missiles. Bell AH-1 Cobra Sefa, the slim, deadly attack helicopter that became Israel's precision tank killer and counter-terror gunship for decades. Hughes 500 Lahalut, a tiny, agile scout helicopter armed with anti-tank missiles, it ambushed Syrian armor in the 1973 Yom Kippur War. McDonnell Douglas AH-64D Apache Longbow, Saraf. This is the most advanced attack helicopter Israel flies, crowned with a mast-mounted radar dome that lets it hide behind terrain and fire Hellfire missiles without ever exposing itself. It tracks multiple targets at once in total darkness, raining destruction from beyond visual range. It is the tip of the spear in every Israeli ground operation. But the real madness begins where the pilots disappear and the machines hunt alone. The unmanned hunters, drones, and loitering death. Israel didn't just adopt drone warfare, it invented it. Elbit Hermes 900, a high-altitude, long-endurance UAV that can loiter for over 30 hours watching and striking across the entire battlefield. IAI Aton, the Heron TP. This is a drone the size of a Boeing 737 airliner with a wingspan of over 85 feet, making it one of the largest unmanned aircraft on the planet. It flies above 40,000 feet for more than a full day at a time, carrying massive sensor and weapons payloads on missions other drones can't even attempt. It's a strategic killer that can reach across borders no manned jet would dare cross. IAI Heron, a medium-altitude, long-endurance UAV that became Israel's all-seeing eye, feeding live recon over hostile territory for over a day at a time. Aeronautics Aerostar, a tactical surveillance drone that loiters for hours, fed real-time intelligence to ground commanders. Elbit Hermes 450, the backbone tactical UAV of the fleet, armed and modified for surveillance and strike across active combat zones. IAI Searcher 2, an upgraded tactical recon drone with extended endurance and range over the battlefield. But if you think these recon drones were lethal, the next machine doesn't just watch the enemy, it dives in and detonates as the weapon itself. Stay locked. IAI Searcher 1, the earlier tactical surveillance drone that pioneered Israel's real-time battlefield recon. IAI Harpy, the suicide drone. This isn't a spotter, it's a fully autonomous loitering munition that hunts enemy radar systems on its own. It circles for hours over the battlefield, detects a radar emission, then dives straight into it and explodes, acting as the weapon and the launcher in one. It pioneered an entire category of killer drone the rest of the world is still racing to catch up with. IAI Scout, an early Israeli recon drone that revolutionized battlefield surveillance in the 1982 Lebanon War. Tabidan Mastiff, one of the world's first modern tactical UAVs, the grandfather of the entire drone revolution. Ryan BQM-34A Firebee, an American jet-powered drone used for reconnaissance and as a decoy over heavily defended airspace. But the real madness begins with the silent spy planes and flying brains that control the whole battlefield. The eyes and ears, spy planes and airborne command. Grumman OV-1 Mohat Truth Man, a twin turboprop battlefield surveillance plane with side-looking radar meant to spot enemy movements deep behind the lines. IAI Westwind Seascan, a maritime patrol jet that watched the seas for hostile ships and submarines. Boeing 707 Ream, the Oryx, a converted airliner turned into a flying electronic warfare and aerial refueling platform, extending the reach of the entire fleet. But if you think these spy planes were powerful, the next aircraft is a flying command center that turns the entire air war into a chess match Israel controls. Stay locked. Gulfstream G550 Nachshon Itam or Shavit. This business jet was transformed into one of the most advanced airborne early warning and electronic intelligence platforms on Earth, packed with an Israeli Falcon radar that sees in every direction at once. It tracks hundreds of targets across enemy airspace and directs the whole air battle from high above, while a sister variant hoovers up every enemy signal and transmission. It is the all-seeing, all-hearing brain of the Israeli Air Force. But the real madness begins where it all started, with the desperate, deadly Warbirds of 1948. The founding legends, the Warbirds of 1948. This is where a nation fought for survival with anything that could fly. Avia S-199 Sakin, the knife. This was the first fighter Israel ever owned, a Czech-built aircraft using the fuselage of the Nazi Messerschmitt Bf-109 made it to a heavy bomber engine it was never designed for. The mismatched power plant made it so vicious on takeoff that it killed more Israeli pilots than enemy fire, earning the grim nickname the Mezer, the knife. Yet in 1948, these death traps flew Israel's first combat mission and stopped an Egyptian column from reaching Tel Aviv. Bristol Beaufighter, a heavy British twin-engine attack plane smuggled into Israel under the cover story of a fake war movie production. Boeing B-17 Flying Fortress. 3 of these legendary American heavy bombers were smuggled out and flew straight to Israel, bombing Cairo and Egyptian targets in 1948. De Havilland Mosquito, the all-wooden British wooden wonder that served as a fast bomber and recon platform in the early years. North American P-51 Mustang, the iconic American long-range fighter that became a frontline Israeli warbird through the 1956 Suez Crisis. Supermarine Spitfire, the legendary Battle of Britain fighter that Israel flew in 1948 and famously shot down British-flown Spitfires in a clash with the RAF. Volti V-1A, a 1930s civilian transport rigged into an improvised bomber, hand-dropping explosives in the desperate fight of 1948. Nordøen Norseman, a rugged bush plane pressed into service as an emergency bomber when Israel had nothing else to throw at the enemy. Fairchild Argus, a light liaison aircraft turned into an improvised attack and bombing platform in the War of Independence. North American T-6 Texan Harvard, a trainer rigged with machine guns and bombs for light dive bombing missions in the desperate 1948 fighting. Boga CM-170 Magister Tsukit. This French jet trainer was never built to fight, but in the opening hours of the 1967 Six-Day War, Israel armed its entire fleet with rockets and machine guns and threw them into combat. They screamed at low level to destroy Jordanian and Egyptian tanks and convoys, turning classroom aircraft into frontline tank killers. It proved Israel would weaponize anything with wings to win, the perfect symbol of an air force built on pure improvisation and nerve. That's every combat aircraft flown by the Israeli Air Force, every aircraft, every era. No compromises. History Under Fire out.